Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'll be making an oven roasted salmon recipe accompanied with a tomato basil relish that really brings out the flavor of that salmon.
There he is. It is a salmon. Woo! We got a salmon! First salmon in the boat!
Yes! As you can tell by that video, salmon are really fun and exciting to catch. Alaskans fill their freezers every summer as millions of fish head back to their natal streams to spawn. I like to catch them in the open ocean while they're still fresh, bright, and full of fight. However, sockeye salmon like this one are nearly impossible to catch in saltwater on sport fishing gear. So every year, I grab my fly rod and join the crowds of the Kenai River. What a problem to have, right? Today, I'm using a high-low temperature cooking technique to cook my salmon. Because of that, I like to use a thicker species and cut of salmon. I prefer the front half of either king salmon or silver salmon, about 1.5 pounds skin on. The thickest part of the fillet should be about 1.5 inches. Red salmon can be used too, but you'll have to shorten the cooking time or your fish will be overcooked. I caught this silver salmon we're using today in Kachemak Bay near Homer, Alaska last summer. I use good handling techniques and quality vacuum wrapping. This fish is nearly as fresh as the day it was caught. If you don't own a pair of these, run, don't walk to your nearest specialty cookware store and get one. These are Shun, that's spelled S-H-U-N, fish tweezers. Shun is a super high quality knife maker in Japan. Prior to finding this gadget, I suffered for years pulling out the pin bones with hemostats, needle nose pliers, eyebrow tweezers, you name it. All failed gear. For those of you that know me, failed gear goes right in the garbage. Now these aren't cheap. On Amazon, you can get them for about 35 to 40 bucks. I love this tool so much I bought 3. I keep one here at home, one on my boat, and I gave one to my son as a gift. I start at the head end of the fillet and feel for the bones. There will probably be a couple of really short ones in the beginning that were cut during the fillet process. After that, continue working back towards the end until you've gotten them all. You know you're getting close to the end because they'll become shorter. Of course you can avoid all of this by using the tail half, but what fun is that? Besides, I don't like using the tail piece for this recipe because it's thinner and prone to drying out. Now let's see how this works. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, I don't know why I suffered all those years using other failed gear. While the oven's heating up, let's make the relish. That's the fun part. I like to make a lot of this stuff. It's that good. Here's the raw material for our relish today. I've got about 2 pounds of Roma tomatoes. Oh, some red wine vinegar, some olive oil, a couple cloves of garlic, maybe more. Uh-oh, something's missing here. Ah, here it is. Shallot. And let's see, oh, a huge pile of this stuff. This stuff is like catnip to me. That's basil, really fresh, really good organic basil that I buy here in Anchorage. And it is just insane. Anyway, we're going to be taking this and cutting it up. I'm sure you don't want to watch that. And mixing it all together. Okay, so I'm ready to assemble the relish. I've diced up the tomatoes into about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch size or so. Make sure when you do process your tomatoes, you remove the seeds or it'll be really watery. So anyway, here's my tomatoes, my catnip, my basil all chopped up. I ran a couple cloves of garlic through my garlic press, but then I decided I wanted another clove. So I'm a garlic addict and there's 3 cloves of garlic in there now. And then I've got about a medium shallot all diced up. So let's marry this all together in one nice big bowl. and the garlic. Then we're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil or so. I'm not all that exact on all the measurements. Close is good enough. What are we doing? Building a 747 or something? And a little bit of red wine vinegar, about a teaspoon or so. Again, to taste. Let's see here. What else do we need? Oh, I know, a little bit of salt from my salt pig. I guess it's not really a salt pig, but a salt container. Sprinkle some salt right on there. And some freshly ground black pepper. Maybe a lot of freshly ground black pepper. Okay, very good. Just going to stir this up. And off we go. All right, this pan's going to be really hot coming out of the oven, 500 degrees for 10 minutes. So, I'm going to go ahead and lay my... Ooh, you hear that sizzle? Some happy making going on there. But anyway, I'm going to lay my salmon pieces on there. Skin side down. Lower the oven temperature to 275. And stick it back in the oven. It's been about 13 minutes and our salmon is done. Okay, so when I plate this dish, I like to serve it skin off. So I take my OXO flexible metal egg turner and go ahead and try to get between the skin and the flesh. Work my way through and get that baby right off of there and set it on a plate. Not too shabby. Alrighty then, so there you have it. Oven roasted silver salmon with a tomato basil relish, a little bit of broccolini on the side, and a very nice Pinot Noir. My smelly guy, or sommelier, Ted Giardino, recommended the best Pinot you can afford for this dish. So we'll see how it tastes. Looks good though. Wow, that was really fun. This was my first time doing this, and I really enjoyed it. A couple minor disasters. Let's see, smoke alarm going off a couple times because of the high temperature. The phone ringing in the background a couple times, but no band-aids, so that's a good thing, right?